Chiezuz here. How are we doing? I have another STABmons battle I have for you. We're up here against Ash from Pokemon, who doesn't really look like Ash because he looks a bit more like a girl. But hey, who's to say we're two girls and we have way more fun than he has? No, I'm just saying. We don't know that for a fact, but it could be inferred upon. Anyways, as you can see, the team's been changed up a little bit since last time. And these were just my first couple battles, just trying it out. So, let's just get into the battle. Basically, like Thunderous T seems like a threat. That seems like the biggest threat, and I'm not really afraid of anything else on this man's team. I mean, yeah, Mega plus Tail Glow could be a bit of a threat, but let's do it. Anyway, we're going to start off with Stealthy because it's a damn good lead. Anyway, getting rocks up would be huge. We know that the only thing that can possibly spin on this man's team is Donphan, so we're just going to go straight into Spongy to sponge up that rapid spin. But instead, he just puts up rocks. I scald him, figuring, hey, that's going to do a lot of damage to Donphan. Anyway, he just tries to set up a bunch of spikes, and I'm kind of thinking, I don't really care. So, I figured he's going to switch out here. I didn't really know what he was going to switch into, but I figured maybe Ferrothorn, maybe Ferrothorn. But instead he goes into this thing and watches. This is what's better about my set. I fake this man out, fake out Thunderous T and hit him with an E-Speed, 28% fake out. That means E-Speed at least doing 50. This is great. So now he goes into Machamp, and all I want to do is just get my spin off, because I know I'm faster than Machamp, unless he's running Speed EVs, and I don't run Speed EVs many on this thing at like 65 base speed or something. But anyway, let's get away from the technicalities and worry about what's going on, what Machamp is going to do to the Annihilator, right? Well, I realize it's, the close combat's gonna be, it's gonna hit me neutrally, so it's still gonna do a lot, but instead he shows his high jump kick, which that did a lot. I'm pretty sure I do carry defensive bulk, so I just decided the only way this thing really operates is by the shift gear, but I'm at too low of HP to really operate that way, so I figure I'll just keep wearing him away. But now I realize, hey, I got Spongy, and if he high jump kicks again, he's a goner. So that's exactly what happens, and I basically get to save my Annihilator for later. Anyway, I figure he's just going to go straight to the Tail Glow here, which he does, and I go straight to the Scald. Figuring, hey, Scald will do a lot of damage. I used to carry Ice Beam, but I don't anymore. It would have been perfect because I just would have taken him out right there. But now, this is becoming kind of a threat, and I just don't want to give him that much HP back with Giga Drain. So I just went into Annihilator to give him as less HP as possible. I don't want him, Giga Draining over 50% of his health. That means he can come back into the battle. So I decided to just go into Woo and just fake him out. Oh, heads up if you get that reference. Anyways, so we're going to have to switch out of there because we want to save this guy. He can be useful against Ferrothorn. Anyway, taking that Rock Slide like a champ. And we're just thinking, okay, now we got to double back into Heracross. Anyway, we could take a Rock Slide for days with Heracross. So we go into, why is he running Rock Slide over Stone Edge? Does he care that much about missing? I don't know, but Stone Edge is just it actually has power. So we double into, into this guy, and he shift gears on a Heracross with a Ferrothorn. That's right, it happened. My originality just got gear shifted on him, and now it's kind of like, well, he can't really hit me, and I still outspeed him and finish him off. And now the rest of his team, I'm a Choice Scarf Cross, and I kind of want to switch it to Moxie because the Guts really haven't come into play whatsoever, but Heracross is a powerful threat without Guts, and that is going to be the battle. Good game, Ash from Pokemon. He tried to do an Ice Shard, but as you can see, even at -3 defenses, it did nothing to Heracross. So that was a good game there. I have one more battle for you today, so I'm going to pause and I'll be right back. So we're back with another battle, this time against Scyfrost, who, not quite bringing a Scyther, but he looks intimidating with his flashlight or rope. What is that? Is that like a rope thingy? I don't really know exactly what's on this creature, however you may say, but he likes shiny Pokemon apparently, as his entire team is shiny. So we got that much about this guy, but that's about all we know. We know he brings him a burial, which could end up being a threat if not taken care of properly. So we are going to have to worry about that. We did get another spectator right off the bat. Anyways, threat-wise, of course, yeah, Mega and Bibarial are kind of the only threats. Well, SPN could be a threat as well. Aerodactyl could just be annoying. Anyway, let's do this battle. So we're gonna send out Woo! And there we go. He makes it rain, and I'm like, oh, damn. So I pick him out, and I realize I kind of did nothing, so it kind of hurt myself more than it hurt him. And he just, you know, I'm 91, he's 92, whatever. I'm a 92 baby, that's how I roll. So I figured toxic here, but if I was a smart man, I would have just gone into Metagross, but I didn't want to take the extra, like, Hydro Pump damage or whatever if you ended up doing that. So now I double into, I believe, Originality, as I do. Figuring, you know, that's coming in. I'm just going to U-turn out here because there's no hazards up or anything like that. So I'm wearing away at this Yan Mega. I figure now I can go into Kyurem-Black. I just, you know, this is a viable switch into Yan Mega, obviously. But obviously it just goes into Politoed. And here I realize I can just go right back into my Spongy because he can't really do anything to me. But he parasongs me, sings this hideous, awful song, this little toad head thingy, you know, just singing with all his voice, but it just doesn't sound so good. So we're gonna double again, predicting the obvious switching to Flareon again because he can't really do anything else. And this time I decided to go for close combat, just kind of as a meta thing, and I pay for it, whatever. So anyway, yeah, Mega takes that close combat. I go back out into Spongy, figuring, hey, I could just take hits. And then I figured, well, yeah, sure, I took a hit, but why did I take that hit when I have a... What do I have for that? Well, I have this thing that could take a hit pretty easily, right? So he tail glows here, which is perfect, because now I basically just get the Ice Shard. Realizing, oh, that would have done 43, around 43%. So yeah, he would have lived it or whatever, and then he would have been able to get a Drain Revenge, just like the last guy did. But no, we ain't letting that happen again. You got it. You dig? We ain't letting it happen again. So we go back into Heracross, but taking the Spore, figuring, hey, I got Sleep Fodder Heracross now because I don't need a Stone Edge. I become a big boy. And he brings in that ugly pink flying thing. I'm sorry, but it's not a pretty shiny Pokemon. That's all I could say. And we hit it with a CC right across the wings, right into the tail, get another Sleep Talk, and we can pull the U-turn, which is perfect. And he said right here in the chat, whoops, thought you were banded, which, I mean, I'm scarfed, but still, it's, you know, I'm carry Sleep Talk because everything has Spore in this tier. So right here, usually these things go straight off with Shell Smash, but we have a good play here, and he went straight for the Aqua Jet. Realizing that if he Shell Smashed, all he could do is break me down to my Sash. So now I'm kind of like, I bring in Spongy, and if he doesn't have Thunder, there's nothing he can do, and he says, I wish I had Thunder like Leo, with a, you know, one of those mad faces or whatever, and I don't understand what his other, he actually explained that his other move was Explosion, but Extreme Speed does so much at +4, I don't see what the reason is for Explosion. So anyway, I mean, I guess it's just kind of a fun thing that anything that's not a ghost is gonna get torn to shreds by Explosion. So I go back in, you know, he brings out Ferrothorn. I figure, yeah, I could just Sleep Talk, repull another Sleep Talk U-turn, which is alright. Probably would have preferred close combat. Anyway, we go into this thing figuring he can't really touch us. So we just shift gear, that's what it's called. We shift the gears, we change the playing field. There's still rain, but we shifting gears, and that's what we doing. So we finish him off with that 90% Zed headbutt, getting the hit. And now he brings in Vaporeon, which, I'm thinking about it, I should have just shift geared all the way up, and then it was, you know, GG, a nice annihilating sweep. But no, somewhere deep down inside, I'm somewhat of a nice guy. So anyway, I'm shift geared. There really isn't another use for this thing, so I figured, hey, I'll just Zen headbutt this Politoed down to as much HP as I feel. And that's what I do. Maybe getting a flinch, but he doesn't get the burn. So hey, I'm happy. Nothing too out of the ordinary happened. Me ideal happened. Anyway, so I go into Woo! And I realized last time the fake out did about 12%, so I decided extreme speed should kill them because it's about double strong, and I don't want this Espeon setting up on me. I go for the E-speed and straight out take him out, which with that crit, which mattered a lot. But I figured I still have Heracross and Aerodactyl to handle this Ferrothorn, so it wasn't really a problem. And then I just finish him off with the V-Create. And that was the battle. Great battle there, Scyfrost. And yeah, this is another tier shift, or not tier shift, STABmons. Why I keep thinking about tier shift? That's a very fun meta game too, but yeah, it's just great to be August, great to be 70 degrees, except today for the first time it was probably 85 degrees and humid or something like that, or maybe 82, I don't know, but for the first time in a while it was hot out, which was weird. I mean, we had so much cold weather lately and that's weird, but anyways, that was a great battle. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did happen to enjoy it, be sure to leave a like or a comment. All that stuff helps out. Anyways, until next time, I'll see you later.